like Pete Dochie, actress like Patient Ozokwo, you know. When you are watching a movie, it will take like 3 hours. Not like these days, they will have season 1, season 2, season 3, season 4, season 100. And then at the end of the day, you can't even... They're still repeating same thing that they have already did. So
and yeah. It's all a dream, is that
it? Yeah.
Now, there's if you are not in the movie industry, you don't understand what's going on. You see, movie has grown past the era of putting the movie there for 3 hours. It's boring, and no one is gonna watch it. So movies are meant to be splitted. When it becomes a series, you see them at 30 minutes, you see them at 40 minutes, at most 45 minutes. It's not supposed to be more than that. They cut it and bridge it. So continuation of the first episode. So what they have there is an episode. And they don't know a movie. So when a movie doesn't go in an episode, it's one hit, 120 minutes. Bang. That's it. What they're doing now, they try to cut cost and make sure instead of you doing roads and supermarket to fill up the gap, they cut the movies into places. Even if you see the houses and movies and the roads still coming back in a flash, until they are able to bring in more characters. And to make a movie in Nigeria is very expensive. Very, very expensive because the sky is not good. It's so polluted. So most of the movie is done indoors. This is why it costs a lot of money to rent houses, to rent the equipment, it's not easy for those guys. But the only thing I don't like about the movie is I've made a live video about it in the past. I did talk about Dochi, whatever they call him. Who's him and his father. And then he graduated from his father. And now he have a movie, a theater company where he trained actors and actresses. Credits, I so much for that courage, and may God continue to bless him on that grant. But what I don't like is when he continue to indulge himself in doing rituals and using people for rituals and making money on top of human souls. And these people, pastors and reverend fathers, are now practicing it in Anambra, where they're doing it constantly, raping kids and all that shit. So, my language, but if you see what they're doing with those movies now, people think it's real. It's a fiction. It's not real. Most of the things that happen in the movie doesn't happen on the ground. And if you try to practicalize it, either you're endangering yourself and the life of others, or you are also dragging the country down along yourself. So it's a bad habit. I think it's a little bit swapped. Since I make that video, it's already swapped now, doing some love program. But the one that just came out today is about pseudonym. It's something that been happening. I just watched one of his movie. He just released it today, some 2 days ago or so, a day ago. It's about his brother living overseas for 8 years, sending money for him to build a house for him. He used his money to build his own self a house. And he created a factory for himself, used some part of the money to buy chieftaincy tattoo, and now he wants to dethrone the king so that he can become the most celebrated man in society. That is what Nigeria has come to be, because that's what is happening. You send money to your families, friends, and well-wishers to help you build a factory or build a company or set up a house. They will use their money to enrich themselves. So at the time they come back from overseas, you see that fathers, brothers, sister, uncle, they don't greet each other anymore. They're fighting at the headlock. In most cases, life is taken. That's what I go against. And you try they should use their movie to be educative. The Aqua Popo used to be more educative, but once they make more money, they're out of the scene now. They're playing big boys. There are a lot of people out there who still making good movies. Dochi is a good guy and he make a lot of movies. But what that aspect of kidnapping and raping and money rituals is what that is irritating me among all these characters. Otherwise, it's one of those fantastic that he has made Nigerian proud in the movie industries. I understand that a lot of people don't have that patience anymore. That is why they shot the visual, can cut them into pieces. But in most cases, they end up the movies. You thinking the movie is going to continue, you end it and write to God be the glory. And it pisses me off when I see that. To God be the glory, and they're not going to start again. Instead of them to just end it a little bit more than the God be the glory, because they are losing cash. They don't have sponsors, they don't have money anymore. They just right there to God be the glory. And if these people are still alive, I don't know why you are glorifying God. It's not there. You know. So they try to bring in some true life stories as well. And Flash Boy from Kanayo business is another guy, but the last one I watched, it was a spiritual being, killing people in the street, supernatural.
He's always
So a lot of
acting
people,
those kind of movie.
Who is that? Who is that?
Kanayo, Kanayo. Don't know him.
Flash Boy. Flash Boy was with Kanayo, the grammatical man. I don't know what is his name of that program, sponsored by this the telephone network.
Mr. Boo or Uncle Boo. What did you say before, Lisa? Is that Mr. Boo?
No,
the Kanayo series.
Professor John Boo.
Professor John Boo. Yeah, Professor John Boo. Yeah,
that's where Flash Boy came from. So he's been very, very good. I like him very well, and he's been helping Nigeria industry to grow. But like I said, when they go into ritualism, is what I don't like. I don't like pastor going.
But all those things they are moving now, when they add the good one, they also add the bad one.
People from Anambra State and Enugu and Imo are putting them into practice.
So yeah, what I'm saying. Okay, what about all those ones they are acting that is good? Why is people not putting into practice? It's just about choice what people want to do.
They are good actors. They are making Nigerian proud, but they should put a disclaimer.
Australian movie one day for us.
Put a disclaimer on it. Let them know that these are fiction. That whatever character you see on the movie, whatever actions in it, is a fiction. So they shouldn't practice it. You see, when WWE is doing wrestling, they put a caption on it. Do not practice it at home. It's there. You understand what I'm trying to say here? That is the life we are living. You understand? When 2 days ago, the pastor from Anambra State practiced it. They selling babies and kidnapping babies. What is this called? Bayasa. You see a man who used a razor blade to disvirgin the daughter and penetrate it. That is dehumanizing. It is not real. It's fiction. Things they do in the baby, see in the movies, people are practicing it. And Nigeria need to bring out code of conduct in order for people to reduce the crime rate in Nigeria. That's what is happening in America. America is bling bang. Africa, Africa is bling bang. America is bling bling. You don't put them into practice. That's why, thank God we don't have a gun law in Nigeria. It would have been more worse. Yeah, I know everybody want to blame Buhari, but the fact is, any man that send his kids to go into the war must be able to teach them as well. Lisa.
Yeah, I think that's what you're saying. What you're saying is actually true, Oh, sorry guys, I'm just playing around. I don't know. Okay, anyway, so what you are saying is actually true. We shouldn't put those things they are doing in practice. But that's why I'm saying that the Nigerians, are they helping us? Because what happened is that we find out that all those things that they are saying, people are actually picking after them, like you said now. Every time ritual, you make ritual, you see somebody who doesn't have money, he met his friend, then they commit ritual, then tomorrow he has a flashy car. People believe that's the way you can make money. Why? It's not true. It's an unrealistic thing. It's not true. You find people going around there killing people. I asked before, some of these actors, they travel overseas. Some of the overseas, they allow you to use those things, maybe 3 months visa. You can actually study for 1 month, do a course for 1 month, just to upgrade your knowledge, just to see how other people do their thing. But these people, they just go to overseas. Okay, I'm with you.
Let me point this out. We should leave the African culture to control Africa. They say Africans, keep your culture. Now, if you want to go to overseas to go and learn and how to shoot a movie, I don't think that is the right way. Nigeria need equipment. That's all they need. That's all they need. They need sponsorship and they need equipment. It's not about traveling overseas. They know how to do it already. They need equipment, a more equipped equipment that they can use to synchronize their movie. You see, most of the movie now, what they do, I've watched some movies that are very interesting. Some guys come from overseas to come and do it in Nigeria, but at the end, there was no voice. And when they discover there's no voice, instead of them to reshoot the scene, they will try to do it like music. They'll go and talk behind it. And if you don't have a proper mastering engineer and editing engineer, the voice will be after your man blinks. You understand what I'm trying to say here?
Yeah.
A lot of the movies no voices because the equipment they are using is substandard. They lose voices. A lot of them out there. If you watch some of them,
that's what Lisa was saying before. Lisa was saying before that some of these people, their movie, even the music, when you are talking, you can just hear the music. So the whole music will just be on. Lisa, can you repeat what you said before, please? Sorry, don't mind.
Yeah, yeah, I was saying something similar before. You know, like you'll be watching the movie, you'll see people talking, hear very faintly, but you can't hear what they're saying because the music is going over the top of them, you know, and I can't hear a single thing what they're saying, you know.
Yeah, but because a lot of people, when they do these movies, they're supposed to substitute it. And they try to fill up the gap. That's where the budget can come through. When there's no money, they just put whatever they want to cover the gaps. That's where you see all those German things come through. Because there's no money to fill up the gap. And then you see they can't pay an actor to pay a big guys who want to promote your movies, they take nothing less than $500,000 per scene. It's a lot of money to make up a movie in Nigeria. You know, $500,000 for a scene. Except the person want to help you. If he doesn't want to help you, it makes life more difficult for you. You know, and in the end, they might not even help you promote it. They just take their money, they just go, and you spend a hell out of your money. You might not get your money back if you're not careful.
You know, what we are saying is, I think Nigerian government also need to protect the movie industry because a lot of piracy.
Piracy in the sense that there's no code of conduct for them to follow. What they have is an outdated one. They need to bring it to light, and they need to set up a task force that move from corner of town to town. So once Indonesia does it, they crush all the CDs wherever they're selling it. If you are not licensed to sell CDs, they get it off you, and you lose your money. That is where the code of conduct has to be coming. They need to protect them with laws and policies and procedures. The marketers need to be able to make their money out of it. And most of these movies, they are liars. We used to do this here. We buy rights. And when you send me a right of a movie, then you're equally telling me that movie is not going to YouTube. That movie is not going to go on the television. So in order for me to premiere the movie, to make my own money, but they sell you a movie, at the end of the day, you find them on YouTube. You said you find those movies, people are selling it already in the street. At the time you want to premiere it, you lose your money. That's why we stop premiere movies here. I get a lot of movies before, they want me to promote it. But why would I promote a movie at the end of the day? I'm not going to make my money out of it. Because YouTube is just there. They can buy it from a lot of television channel for $5. So how are you going to sell a ticket for a premiere for $20 if they can get it online for $5 or sometimes get it for free? So
you can still also recover your money online.
No, because they only say you a right for premiering. The people that make money out of you online are the marketers. They buy this movie out of the hand, out of the authors. The actors are just there paid to do it. They pay you to feature in the movie. That's it. And once that role is finished, they pay you. So the marketers put those movies out in the and on the internet to get their money back. And if they get their money through views, how many views they have on YouTube, how many people buy it through other broadcasting channels. And if they are not making their money from there, they lose. A lot of people lose money, and then you see them. You see, most of the old actors are now, they are coming back now because they used to charge very high, and they retire out of the business, and nobody want to hire them because, come on, man. If I have a school girl that I can make with one big artist, why would I go and put 10 actors in a movie and I lose money? I put 1 or 2 people there and get little kids from the street, from the colleges to do it. Get them from the university. They'll appear there, and you pay them off 100K, and they're all happy. I'm a movie star, you know. So over the years, the industry is, some part of it is increasing, and some part is going down. It look like it's like green eagles. When you don't substitute it with new actors coming home in the industry, and the old ones want to remain there, you're killing the industry. You have to improvise. Especially when they don't have money to invest on the business, where the government is supposed to give them free loan, interest-free loan, in order to shoot their movie so that they can be able to pay back. So that if you go to the bank to go tell them you want to make a movie, they're gonna ask you so many questions. You understand what I mean? It makes life difficult for those in the industry. Sometimes they go America and throw money to them. You know, money that come through Nigerian politics and other like will not get to where the money is meant for.
Nah.
They will just shock it. That's why the industry is still, although it's still on the high point.
Yeah.
It's going to second now. India is there. India used to be second, but Nigeria has surpassed India.
Yeah.
There's about 300 movies come out of Nigeria every day.
But not the 300 movie, the quality aspect of it. Okay, Cythia, let's say this. Cythia, you are there in South Africa. When you compare that place movie, you watch their movie, and Nigerian movie, what do you think? When you compare the two, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's here. Normally, what they do is live show. Yeah, so live show.
Let me answer that question. You guys, you know, South Africa you're looking at the movie so clean. It's a temperate region. South Africa is very cool. Nigeria is a very harsh environment. Whatever you do in South Africa, even take a picture in South Africa and take a picture in Nigeria, it's different.
Yeah, environment matters also.
The same camera, the same equipment is going to be different. That is why most of the movies is done indoors in Nigeria to cool down the temperature. It's not about the movie lines. Nigeria is still surpassing South Africa when it comes to movie industries. They can have one big bang from Hollywood. But when he talks of the most watched movie around the world, it's Nigeria.
Yeah.
But I must just let's say this.
I don't understand the quality you are talking about.
What he's asking about in terms of quality.
Using their mobile phones and quality because of it and the environment. Because most of the movies that's coming out of Enugu, Umuahia, they are almost the same. Those are the bulk of Nigerians. Those are the people investing money in the industry. Believe me, honestly, if you make money here in Australia, what are you going to do with it? You go and build a house in your village. That is exactly the same mentality. The Igbos that are making these movies, they want to portray their colony, the environment. They want to tell the people this is how we look like. But here in Australia or America, you can't make movies in the camps. In the Queens, you are prohibited to show those bad spots. But in Nigeria, there's no code of conduct. There's no regulations. They give freedom of right, freedom of expression to those in the movie industry to do whatever they want. If you regulate it, you make people stranded. People will be suffering because these are just self-financed industry that Nigeria government is not putting money into. So people want to come out of committing crime and they want to make themselves useful. That's what it is. Between 3 or 4 of us here, we can make a movie. That's what it is.
Yeah, but I just said this. You yourself, you recognize that the environment.
I recognize the environment because you want them to, what you are trying to do, you want them to polish the environment. Even though it's a old house, you want them to galvanize it to look like the Hollywood thing. They don't have the finance to bring in that much vision.
When you say they don't have the finance, I think this is understatement. Nigeria
They
have the
have.
finance. What you have to say here, let me just say that's why
nobody sponsor movie in Nigeria. It's very difficult.
Ambassador, it's now we are talking this. I told you some of these movie stars. That's why I asked who is your veterinary actor? What input did they have in the community? That's why when they go out, they never study.
Coach is a good man. He have a college.
But Ambassador, listen, these people are veterinaries. We recognize them as legends. They're supposed to set the stage for the younger ones. When you find out that the environment, when you shoot your movie, is not conducive for you, what did the Western world do? They try to make that environment work for them. What you have to do, they have to, when they go out, they have to study or try to borrow some expatriates from that area to come and train their people. You can use it as your own listing. But these men, they are just there, just claiming actor. They don't have anything, no brain, nothing.
I don't know where what you are looking at are those little short movies they make in the East. That's where you are looking at. Now,
what do they make
what do you make in the East? Are there any special place to make a movie?
Hey, hold on a minute. There are a lot of Nigerian movies, good ones. If they are on Netflix, go on Netflix. You see a lot of Nigerian movies, a lot. Those are some ones. They spend money to make it. But those ones in the village, they are coming up. I give them credit.
Listen, if you want to tell me very well, I'm not against like anybody going to shoot movie. I'm telling you now, some of the movie you find like our big actors, like this we are talking Sophia and John Okafor. You find them still doing movie style, road style movie. These are people that when you saw them in movie, you are expecting to get more. Because
Sophia, we brought him here. Sophia is one of the most stingy human beings in the surface of Nigeria. Sophia can do anything for money. If you buy a land close to Sophia, you would collect the land.
Thank God.
Is it in real life or in a movie? Are you talking about real life or movie?
These people, they want to collect from you. They don't want to invest on the movie. The people investing money, I tell you, Nedochi, Kanayo, Kenseli, and what is his name? Desmond. These are people still investing money on these movies. Most of Desmond movies goes on Netflix. You don't see them on YouTube. There are a lot of there are about 4 or 5 channels.
What is the input is right? Just for you to do those 1 or 2 things, go for somebody who build new good houses. You have to create the atmosphere. Okay, let's just talk about the Western world. Do you see this guy that died now? I forgot his name again. The one that just died, the Panther, Black Panther.
Chadwick Boseman.
You know who made that guy? Disney. Disney made that guy. He sponsored him. He created the atmosphere for those guys to act very well. Peter Dochi, all this local Ife, all these people. Yes, this problem.
You know me, I'm against sending our people to go and study in America. America is not coming to study Nigeria. Me, I'm against it, irrespective of the Hollywood status we have.
In America.
We have people have been trained. There are a lot of people trained already. All they need is the finance. You can go and train 200 people in Hollywood, and when there's no money for them to practicalize it, it's just like somebody diving into the ocean without a boat or without a life jacket.
There's something my father told me one day. My father told me that it's not having the money is the result. It's having this thought here. He told me that if
the people are there. Get it right, brother. The people have been trained already. If you don't have the equipment and you don't have the right cameras or whatever, you don't have the finance, all the things you study in your head will remain there. You can't practicalize it.
But Jeff, if you're in the medical profession here, the government requires you to have at least 20 or 30 upgrades education every year. You must have to study every year. Even though when you are graduate, you are professor, whatever it is. Government wants to see that you continue to be a scholar. Is that right?
Yeah, Alister can testify about that. It's in the social industry.
Yeah, they
you
want
know how many modules you have to write.
right?
I write modules nearly every week to get, because of the COVID-19, to update yourself.
Yes,
so
okay.
The thing is that Nigerian will be just like Nigerian government. They don't want to grow.
So corrupt,
not about the money.
Even Amechi said if China want to have half of Nigeria, it's not a problem. These people will not spend their money. The federal government put money outside for all this already. But the state minister, the state governor, the state commissioner, the state councillors, they will share all this money. At the time they get to the people, you can't make a movie out of the money. That's where the problem lies. It's not the actors. It is the people on top. Okay, now the Actors Guild of Nigeria, they have chairman, they have vice chairman, they have committee chairman, they have all these. All these people are all corrupt.
And when we say corrupt, we also should look at these people. Do you know, let's come this way again. The Nigerian movie industry, this is your own place of business. They find out that they are having this problem. Why can't they have the organization that they can establish and make this work? You know, listen, if you're in a community that they lack water always, within yourself, you guys can grow up and put water in that area so that everyone can feed from the water. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Let me say this. I'm not disputing the facts. I'm not disputing what he's saying, bro. I am not trying to protect these people. I'm not trying to say they're not doing what they're doing best. But what I'm trying to say is here. If I want to buy a Mercedes, I should budget to buy a Mercedes. And if the finance is not forthcoming, probably take me 2-3 years to get the finance ready. At the time I get there, the technology and the terminology of doing what I want has gone. If I want to buy a C-class, it's no longer invoked because I'll be saving to buy a C-class. At the time I get to the time I buy a C-class, you're going to see M-class. The money, if I go and buy that, it's just going to be like a book of fish in a pond. It's not going to work. What we need is to talk to our government to set up a committee, a judicial review, to review the industry and make it viable for the international market. That's all we need in Nigeria. The actors are doing what they're doing best. If I have the money to make 10 movies and I calculate the profit and I want to go and spend it on only one movie, if I'm making a 10 million from each movie and I want to spend 100 million to make a 10 million, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to split the money, make low quality movies and make my profit. That's all about the business Nigeria. It's return. You know our brothers. That's what is happening. Nigeria government need to have a transparency and accountability set up with code and conduct and policies where we all can look up to say, okay, this is our industry. As much as we have grown to this height, let us spend more money to expand and use a better equipment to portray the image of our society.
You know, I always think this thing. I think this way that government has its own part to play, and we individuals, we have our own part. Who are the government? We are the government. No matter how corrupt the government is, when the money these people make in that movie industry before, it's good for them. They can be enough to establish organization whereby their interest is protected. But let me tell you this thing. Do you know that this palm, what they call it, other palm or something they call it, they are still fighting for who will be the president. I remember when Emeka Ike is fighting Setobi, fighting Jim Ike. I know those things. When they are fighting who will be the president. In fact, they up to then they start fighting this guy that later become a senator or whatever, governor. They are still fighting. And that movie industry has a problem. One of their colleagues die, no hospital bill, nothing, nobody takes care of those guys.
They will start asking the audience to contribute money.
You see, that's what I'm telling you, that there's a lot of mismanagement to these people's, everything they do.
Let me clear this. It has something to do with the Actors Guild to set up an organization which is already existing with a code of conduct. I repeat, code of conduct policies that will benefit every of them. That every dollar made in a movie, at least a cent should be kept so that when someone passes away in that industry, they use it to help the family of that person. But then you also have to keep in mind, it's not a private organization. It is something that is controlled by the government. And when you say someone did this one did, but one thing you should understand is this: these people, there's no insurance company working perfectly in Nigeria. To get a life insurance in Nigeria is very, very difficult. Even when a common car, if you put an insurance in Nigeria, they will not pay. They will say you drive properly.
Do you know that when you talk about
insurance, you how did you get your driving license? They will start asking you when you were driving, where were you looking? They will ask you, did you see the person in your front? They will ask you, were you looking behind you? In order for them not to pay the insurance you put in your car, let alone to pay the life insurance, they will tell you it was killed by armed robber. Armed robber is not listed in our insurance. It was killed in the process of shooting. There are a lot of magical logic these people will come about. It's a third-party insurance they have. They don't even have a full cover insurance, most of the cars. If you go to my state, Edo State, the cars in the street is Reka. It's Reka here in Australia. It's a Reka.
Yeah.
You go to my page, go and look at the video I did while I was in Benin. You should be shocked to see the car. There's no tail light, there's no headlight. They drive in darkness with a torch. Sometimes they go and buy a solar globe. They charge it with the solar light in the day. At night, they will put it in the front of their car and it go like this, two touch. And they drive in the middle of the night with it. And you have a governor who do not care. Is that same governor you want to go and give money to look at the industry? It will not help you. They will eat it. The vice governor collected the money made for Benin Insurance. And insurance go down, 25 million. The society is rotting. So I commend these people.
About just in saying that, these people, they need to wake up. Everything is all about education. You know that some of these actors, like I wanted to say something about some of these actors. Cythia, you go on, let me hear you.
No, what I'm saying is not about a life insurance or whatever. They don't even have peace in their industry. There is no communication or kind of helping each other. Whereby last time these Regina Daniel give birth, whereby some of them went to visit her, and some of them was against it. Why would some parts went and visit her, and why would they even try such? I was kind of what is wrong with these people? Because they are all actors and actresses. So does it mean that if members of them have invited them, they can't go and see such person? So I came to thought that that's why that many of them are sick. They can't even contribute money to help each other.
Yeah,
so
but
I wonder, that is the problem in that industry. Not even about the money or having the money to grow. They have, just like Nigerian government, there is a lot of money there. The issue is that they don't want to work together. They don't want to work
in the case of Regina Daniel, who keep on whinging that he's supposed to go and born his kid in overseas. That girl is overrated. Is overrated. Just because he's married to a billionaire doesn't make her the best actor. He's overrated. That's what I saw there. I've seen most of her movies. I begin to wonder what makes this girl an actress.
Lisa,
quality. She's overrated. I'm not against her as a human being, but that position is occupying because you sleep with an old man and make money for yourself, and you want the whole actors geek to come and visit you because you married to a billionaire. I think it's out of the way. It's overrated. Yeah, brother Fred, Sonny, said Lion King. Genevieve did try to shoot that movie. I watched it several occasions. She did a good job in that movie, but you know, one fish out of the ocean, the rest have to swim. So that's what I see. Go on Netflix. There are a lot of Nigerian movies. Genevieve is one of the biggest stars in the industry, and he has been able to push Nigerian movies across the board. And
Lisa, from what you have heard, what do you think that you're seeing like kind of our problem, you know? Just let's just be honest with that. Yeah.
Don't be biased. Just say whatever you think you can say.
Okay. I'm guessing the money that should go to the industry is not getting into the industry really. It's only going to a few families that say they support the industry but are actually collecting money. And well, the other thing is too is when it comes to sound engineering and everything else like that, they need to employ the professionals to do it. You know?
Yes.
They need to employ the professionals to do it. But there is, I know. They're not getting the money, are they? Yeah, that's it. But
they make money from movies. Yeah.
But I suppose what they could do, they could bypass the government by approaching big businesses like Globe Mobile, that are sponsored by Globe Mobile and other big industries. You know what I mean? So they approach private business, which means that they have to do a lot of advertising in their movies or ads in between the ad breaks. Well, so at least they're getting the money. I mean, they'll be getting the money until they can raise enough money to be able to stand on their own 2 feet. So bypass the government and go to private. Why? You think it's possible?
Yeah, I think so. I think one of is that employing the right people that study those things. Also improving their education. I don't know what the people they always go to both sides. I must just anyhow you can invest money, no matter how much government you tap plan, you don't have the plans, even though they give you $1 million, you cannot do anything there. They cannot. If you employ the right person.
The movie industry and the musical industry is interwoven. They are most the same. To go promote the music in Nigeria, it costs millions. And to go promote movies in Nigeria, it costs millions across the board. And irrespective of how we view it, but we have to still come back on the finance side of it. There are creative actors, according to friends here, they know what I'm trying to talk about. We have creative actors, we have sound engineers, good ones, quality ones. But those people, you can't beat their price. May make life more uncomfortable for the young ones. If I want to do a low budget movie and I go and employ a quality sound engineer, editing and the like, it's going to be above their budget. That's why you see most of this movie coming out, they want to show the environment. It's good to portray the African culture. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. But on the other way, like my brother is pointing out, that they want a good quality movie to come out, but these people are creating jobs for themselves. For them not to commit crime. They want to find somebody to embark their life with. Once they blow, then I can blame them. Like Yomedochi has a lot of money. The father is rich. Kanayo is rich. There are a lot of them. I had a movie with I forgot this guy's name now. Was now a movie. A lot of them has money. Like most of the people in the movie in the musical industry as well. Two-Face acted a movie before, The Eagles or something. That was way back, about 10 years ago. Those musicians are millionaires. They can as well be encouraged to put money in the movie industry. Look, take 50 Cent, for example. He tried to portray the black image. The next movie, Book 2, Ghost Book 2 is coming out tomorrow. He bringing in Mary J. Blige, Method Man, and all these big names, and to hype up the movie because there's money to spend. But in Nigeria, in the case of Nigeria, if Yomedochi and his father, Kanayo, Desmond, and most of other big other artists that came out from Super Blue, they are still up there. I don't know if you guys know what I mean by Super Blue. They used to be serious. When Nigerian movie started, it started with Checkmates and Super Blue. I watched them back in the 80s, before the 90s, and they all died before all these ones. And that's where you see all those girls. This girl that turned out to become a serpent, that was turning to a cat in the middle of the movie. In the cat is happened. In the cat is happened. Those movies, see, that's what I'm trying to say. These guys are up there. I know most of them passed away, may they so rest in peace. But the old ones don't want to invest. They believe they don't want to even give. These are the people who should hold responsible because they've already benefited from the industry. It is time for them to put back on the industry, and they're all holding back. They still want to feature in the same industry they've already gained a lot from. Instead of them to invest the money in the movie and grow up the young ones, they go to Eleke, they go and buy a house around the Dangote factory. That's what they're doing with their money. They invest the money in a property business. But where they make the money from, they're killing it. You see where the whole problem is. The government who is supposed to go on their rescue are busy fighting price of petrol and gas. And they neglect the core industry where they can make more money. Movie industry is a tourist industry. It will bring a lot of money to the country.
True.
And these people don't understand this. A lot of people, we need education to educate the people, not going to America. You know, we need the people. We have the technical ability, technical know-how. Already, people been trained in Harvard University, a lot of millionaires. We have 15 million professors in Nigeria. So they should be able to at least maybe 1 million of them can write scripts. They can finance it. Wole Soyinka is a millionaire. He can come up. He wrote a lot of books. People want to turn them into movies. He can put his millions into it. You understand what I mean? But these people want to go on the newspaper to go and say Buhari is bad. That's all they want to go to play. They remain in that political scene without expanding their horizon. This is where I go against. Instead of putting figures, be creative with what you have made out of the industry. Invest the money back. Make way for other people to grow. Don't just stay on top there. It remains there, and the rest, they keep on pressing it down. And that's what is killing the industry. So these people need to at least give way, invest, set up an industry so that people can learn how to make good movies. That's why I understand it.
Well, why we do this thing? But yeah, maybe let's take like 3 minutes. Let's take 3 minutes again or 5 minutes again for break and coming about Jeff. So just have a quick one and come in. Is that all right for you guys? Yeah, well, let's take 3 or 5 minutes to come in and listen to some music. Our brain is too hot, man. Guys, let's play some music.
Too hot with what? Hot with Nigerian movie.
No, Nigerian movie. No.
You can put on Nigerian movie so that people can see what we're talking about. Don't play music because we're not talking about music.
So I'll put your Osayande in London. Lisa, I'll put Osayande in London. You have a look what he did. Osayande is a crazy man.